Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how I use Publisher Rocket. I'm a big fan of Publisher Rocket. They're a software tool that pulls keywords. There's two main software tools that I use, Helium 10, which is a monthly, it's like almost $100. It's definitely a more pro version. I didn't use it for the first year or so. It wasn't until I started to scale with more books that I used it just because I wanted to leverage those search terms. But honestly, all you need is KD Spy. But I think Publisher Rocket is a must-have as well because it's just like KD Spy. It's a one-time buy. So $60, I think, is what I paid, or 50. I think they're ranging between 50 or 70. He's always running deals. Why would you not do it, right? You can make that back with like 2 sales, 3 sales. So here's what Publisher Rocket looks like. You download it on your desktop. It's a one-time buy at the time that I bought it, and they're constantly updating. If I were them, I would, I hope they don't hear this, but they should make this a monthly subscription because it's so smart. So basically, Publisher Rocket, you download it to your desktop, and what I'm going to do for you, Bryce, specifically, is I'm going to go on keyword search, right? And so, I always misspell that, so hold on, let me figure out how to spell this. 1 second. Resilience. How do I spell this? I should have prepared to spell this. Okay, anyways. So I'm going to plug in the keyword resilience, right? And I'm going to do go get him rocket. And now we're going to get all these different keywords. Now I'm glad I did this because as you can see, like some of these are irrelevant. Resilience DVD, candle, book, etc. Right? So I'm showing you keyword search just so you can see each one, but I honestly wouldn't do unless you're starting from scratch, right? If you didn't know what KD Spy was, then okay, you can do this. And I'm going to show you this is what the data that they have. Now, not necessarily saying it's 100% correct or accurate, but it's cool to see that it gives you how many pages of products are there, number of competitors, price, etc. A lot of this you can already figure out with KD Spy. That's why I said it's kind of an addition to it. But anyways, let's move on because keyword search is fine if you're a beginner and you're starting out, but we already know that this is the keyword we want. So let's go to competition analyzer. This is my favorite along with category search. I honestly don't really touch these, but we can. So let's plug in resilience, go get them, and it's going to bring us the top books with that keyword, right? Which is awesome. It's a gold mine. So here is what it'll show us. It'll show us not only the price point, the number of pages it has, if it's really relevant, right? Like Navy SEAL, or sorry, the author. But the reason why I like it so much is because it brings you the direct URL, so you can see it right away. It's streamlined. And you can also see, this is Helium 10, right? I have the Chrome extension, which is free. But it's doing less than $1,000 a month. So I don't know if that's the best one. But again, you can check right away. I think where my eyes goes are the two areas my eyes go. 2 areas that my eyes go to is sales and I would say price, just so that I can get a general overview. So maybe 3: sales, price, and then I'm going to go through the categories. So that's really the purpose of this video, is to go through categories so we can pull keywords and add to our listing and categories. But let's say we're going to go to monthly sales. I like to see the highest one. So it's this one, of resilience, right? And then it's this one. So I'll check it out. And I'll also check this one out. And I'll check this one out, right? So these are the top books according to KD Spy. Sorry, my head's always thinking KD Spy. According to Publisher Rocket, that usually I go to paperback. Sometimes my Chrome extension with Helium 10 doesn't have accurate data, but you should be able to. It usually shows you the last 30 days of revenue. But again, you don't need this Helium 10 because you have KD Spy. So again, I just like to check out the books. I like to see their ratings, like in the thousands is amazing. So they're an established book. This guy might be a celebrity. Again, I'm just showing you, like, I like to confirm because sometimes Publisher Rocket, I'd say it's pretty accurate, but sometimes it's not. So I always like to double check. But that kind of makes sense, right? It says around 54 and my Helium 10. Maybe he's selling in audiobooks. I don't know why that says 5,400 and this said not that. Maybe he's doing all his revenue in hardcover, audiobook. Regardless, I think they're probably making a good amount just because they do have 5,400 reviews there. But again, this is how you can tell, this is how you could see some, another perspective besides KDP Spy on the top books in your category, the top books in your keyword, right? I have multiple Chrome extensions, right? You don't need them all, but as you can see, I have, this is Helium 10. I have Publisher Rocket. Publisher Rocket here. This is Bookbeam and Helium 10. So this is just to get a general overview. I like to use it to see like what really is the best book in that niche or under that keyword. So it's not 100% accurate, but again, that's not really the purpose of why I wanted to show you this. I just wanted to show you another, tool that they show. I mean, based off of what we saw, this seems to be one of the best books. And yeah, I'd say that Bookbeam kind of agrees. So how about we choose this one? Because from what we saw, Helium 10 says it's pretty good. Bookbeam says it's pretty good. And How to Grow an Unshakable Core of Calm. I like that title. Where is it here? Okay, so let's choose this one. So let's say I'm like, you know what? I like this one the most. You can do it for all, but for the sake of this video, let's just do this one. So I'm going to see the categories. Now, it's going to bring me to essentially category search, but we're skipping that process. Instead, we could I like to plug in the keyword, then go see the top performing book in that category, and I'm going to see the categories. So the reason why this is so awesome is because it tells us which category is the easiest for us to get to number 1 and easiest for us to get to 10. So I like to reverse engineer it, right? For example, this one, books, health, fitness, psychology, counseling, neuropsychology. Okay, right? It says that it will take us 22 sales to get to the number 1 in that category. Okay, I'm liking that a lot, right? And it'll take us 13 sales to get to top 10. So in my opinion, this looks like a gold mine for us to select our category. So I'm going to screenshot that so we can come back to it. So let's say I'm like, okay, I like this one. Usually you can do 3 categories, but let's just choose this one for now. And then I'm going to go insights. Like, it says like there's growth. It says there's growth, which is great. But in my opinion, I don't really care about that because I care more about how can I become the bestseller the quickest? Because it's so much easier to market when you're the bestseller. You get that badge and you can sell more books that way. Because we already know the keyword's profitable. Now, if I just put it in a good category, I can now get to the top ranking as quick as possible. So insight's not that important, but keywords is where it's important. And so I would pull all these keywords. If you remember, when you're doing a KDP listing, there's 7 boxes. I'm going to show you 7 boxes, what that looks like, because I have it saved here. So this is actually screenshots that I pulled from the creator, the founder of Publisher Rocket. He made a YouTube video. I'll find it. And he talks about how you want to position your keywords in your KDP listing. So the first 3 are specific phrases. The next 2 are leftover words. And the last 2 are category specific. So these here, we're going to plug in as many as we can into those category specific boxes. So I would plug in, you might not be able to fill all, but these here could be great keywords to plug into those last 2 boxes there. Those specific phrases and leftover words, it's always good to plug these in too if you don't have anything else. But in my opinion, and from the data here, specific phrases, right? We know resilience, we want to be a keyword. We know that there's other winning keywords. If you found other winning keywords when you were doing your KD Spy research, then you can plug it in there. But the top one should be resilience. Maybe the next one could be, resilience for beginners or resilience for recovering addicts. That's a whole nother video. But Publisher Rocket helps you with that as well. I like to make that first box right there the winning profitable keyword. So resilience should be box 1. And then the last 2 boxes, we should stuff in these category specific keywords as much as possible, right? I think another category, no, this honestly looks like the best category, right? It's attainable. We could do meditation as well, but I don't know if that's super specific. That looks, really hard to reach. So in my opinion, that's the best one. Maybe this one as well. But those are the keywords that you can use to rank top in this category. And then keywords specifically, let's go into reverse ASIN. This is probably how you can, this is newer. I haven't really used it. But let's say we want to reverse the ASIN of this one. let's plug, this is the ASIN right here. You can also find it at the bottom. Whoa, a lot of editorial reviews. That's good to see. And then at the bottom, this counts as an ASIN. These are 2 ASINs, right? It's easier just to grab it up top. So I would just grab it there, copy that. If you have Bookbeam, you can copy it on the listing, not here. Okay, so just grab it up here or at the bottom. Now in the ASIN, I'm gonna go here, enter, go get 'em Rocket, and it should give us the keywords that that book is ranking on. And these are the keywords that you can pull and plug into those first 5 boxes, right? The first 5, yeah, here we go. So this is great, right? So this is new. Actually, Helium 10 does this, but it's great if you could just do it in Publisher Rocket because it'll save you money. And so it's showing you average sales based on that keyword, searches per month, competition score is moderately competitive, right? Let's check out all these. Resilient books, Resilient the book. Not enough searches, reasonable number. I think reasonable number. I don't know why that's strange. But, sometimes you have to make your own decision. We know we want resilience, right? This one looks good. Low competition, Resilient the book I would add, right? I'm going to screenshot those. This is, I think, the author's name, so we don't want to put that in our listing. Fostering Resilient Leaders, Resilient Paperback, How to Be Resilient, How to Live a Resilient Life, Resilient Hansen, I think that's his name. How to Be More Resilient, Resilient Book. So we're kind of getting in the weeds here, but as you can see, you can plug this in multiple times. Resilient Minds, Resilient. So we can keep going, right? But I would plug in all those other top books and take those ASINs and put it in the reverse ASIN lookup. And we could find us a lot of keywords that we can use to plug into our specific phrase and leftover words that we want to have. So I hope this made sense. Essentially, I would invest in Publisher Rocket. It's a one-time buy of $60 if it's still the same price. And not only can you find important keywords to rank for here, you can also figure out what category you want to rank for and what category you want to select. And you will get your money back just with book sales because you're positioned in a much better way.